The supply chain involves dealing with different partners, sometimes hundreds or even thousands of them, and integrating the data involved in business transactions, logistics processes, demand forecasting and so on can throw up many challenges. Managing that data is another issue, but crucial for business success. Companies that don't do it won't survive, according to my guest today. He's Mikko Soirola, Senior Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Europe at Liaison Technologies, which specialises in cloud-enabled data solutions. I'm Sarah Lockett. Welcome to the Business Debate. Mikko, welcome to the London Stock Exchange studios.
Thanks, Sarah. Great to be here.
Now, we're talking about data integration and also data management today. So just very quickly, how would you define those?
Well, the integration provides the basic capability to exchange information between systems. Data integration provides the contextual awareness to that. And data management, on the other side, provides the time dimension, allowing companies to store, archive, cleanse the data, and eventually also analyze the data to pull out the business value out of it.
And what kind of information are we talking about, and why is it so valuable?
Essentially, all kinds of information. I mean, it really depends on the customers or the company's business processes and the data flows. The value comes really out of the two factors. I mean, either it's going to provide them capability to react to changing market conditions faster, or it allows them to actually optimize their own internal operations.
And so combining the data integration with the data management is relatively new. Why is it important to do that?
Oh, it comes back to the real-time economy concept. Companies are forced to move into a very rapid changing environment. And in order to be competitive in that market, they need to be able to adapt to changes fast. Now, if you kind of keep these two domains separate, data integration and data management, it adds unnecessary additional complexity into providing accurate data in a timely fashion. And that eventually leads into a higher total cost of ownership and longer return on investment.
And if you are doing it separately, they may be on different systems, different software?
Absolutely, yes, it gets fragmented. Yes.
And if we think about what you do as a company, you offer this as a managed service, but it is still the minority of companies who will outsource their data management. Why is this?
Correct. I mean, there are historical reasons for that, partly also because of the perceived ownership issues with regards to the data. The way that we provide kind of the managed service, really, I mean, it's the reason why there are these new players that provide it as a managed service come from the fact that the technology has matured, which has allowed the new market to actually be established. There are also kind of the scarcity of the available skills in the market, which has led that companies don't find the skills that they need in order to move forward with their initiatives.
Now, many companies have been operating electronically for decades, sending emails rather than by post, for example, but that's very different from actually operating in a truly digital way. And what do you tell your clients about the possibilities?
Well, the possibilities are really infinite. I mean, you can apply the digital operating model into different processes and into different industries. And once you are digital, actually, you've got full visibility into your value chain. And that allows you to extract more information and more accurate information from it, make better business decisions, react faster into the changing market conditions.
And most companies are perhaps collecting more data than they think they are. So what do you tell them about even getting started on this?
Oh, actually, I mean, it starts typically with a consulting engagement. That's what we do for our clients. We first need to understand their processes, their data flows, and then kind of from that we derive what's really critical data for them in order to be successful in the business. Now from that then we actually create jointly a data strategy and respective data architecture. And then build jointly from those, we build a roadmap, which typically also includes defining the processes for the data collection in order to facilitate the governance requirements that there are more and more coming into companies.
And how much of a problem are legacy systems, which have been maybe even upgraded over the years, but which are not designed as one system?
Legacy systems eventually were brought into the market to solve a problem that they are now part of, actually. I mean, they were built for the era with large monolithic systems, and they fit poorly into this new fragmented application landscape with no capabilities to support that. Hence, they are costly to maintain.
All right. Well, on that note, Mikko, thank you very much.
Thanks, Sarah.
And join us next time when we'll be discussing the latest innovations in MBA education and sustainability. Bye-bye for now.